Getting hired as a data analyst right now is harder than it's ever been, but it's also easier. Both are true. Which side you land on comes down to a lot of different things that I've been seeing work, which I'm going to cover today, including various things that work for one of our lab members who just started his healthcare analytics job and is our first member to break in. But first, let me just give a quick update because there's been a lot of things going. I've been physically tired and I underestimated how much energy dancing again and supporting a new application at work. If you've been seeing my new series, it's a 30-day short series of letting AI teach me Databricks. I have never used Databricks, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show people how I use AI to learn and why you should be using AI to upskill faster. Going back, for those who don't know, I used to be a competitive hip hop dancer. I was in the dance community for a long time, and I've got to share the stage and perform with Reclaim and Rise at Busta Groove. This was a dedication to Anna Sorrell, a mentor and a leader in our dance community who unfortunately passed away. So rest in peace, Anna. So there was teams from all over the world who came to compete in her honor. They renamed the event from Body Rock to Busta Groove for her as well, and even the Jabberwockies did their own dedication performance for her. So I just wanted to just say, Anna, thank you for everything that you did for us. Thank you for helping me become a better leader, and you are missed. Yeah. Also, if anyone wants to see the performance, it was awesome to just get to be on stage again. At this point in my life, I never thought I would. Last time I performed on stage was 2013. So it's been 13 years. And it was nice just to see all my old friends I haven't seen in like a decade, 13, 15 years plus. So that was nice. But I severely underestimated how much energy this would be taking. I was exhausted after practices, recovery the day after, and then just getting back on the grind. And then on top of this, doing the new shorts, I haven't been able to get to these long form videos. So let's dive into it. What is not working right now? Certifications don't really matter. A lot of people on the hiring side, except for our AI certifications, but even then, if you have a great portfolio, you have great projects and you can showcase them. I have an AI certificate in AWS, AI AWS general practitioner. It was great to learn it. I thought certifications would be more valued than they are right now, but they are. People are getting hired without them. Our member who just got hired didn't need it. All the times that I've gotten hired, I didn't need it. And I've seen people get hired with them, and they've been impressive inside during hiring panels, but it isn't needed when you have an impressive portfolio project and you have the experience. So it's easier for someone to get hired if they have the healthcare experience and they're coming from inside an internal company. You prove that you can learn this business domain, then you learn the skills, then you apply it to that specific business domain. I focus specifically on healthcare, but you can go into whatever industry that you're currently working in because you have that domain knowledge. Now you just have to apply it and learn the skills and apply it so that you can break in, and then you can use your networking and your internal structure to get promoted. That is what is working. But what is not working is people have the same identical portfolios or it looks similar. They go through the same boot camps. They take the same tutorials online, the same courses, and then they create the same portfolio. What you need to do is if you're going through any of these tutorials online, use AI to make it niche down to your specific industry. So then you'll get provided this data. Just ask AI, how do I translate this and make it more relevant and business ready for my niche? So while you're building these projects, you don't have to stop getting that certification. You don't have to stop going through that course, but you can make it more tailored to your specific job and the specific niche that you want to go into. The other thing is that's not working is generalized blasting out applications. Because when you are a general, you're trying to appeal to everybody. I'm trying to appeal to this marketing firm. I'm trying to appeal to this e-commerce place. I'm trying to go into healthcare analytics. And then I have this same portfolio, same resume that tries to appeal to all of them. And then I just mass spam that. You're just going to appeal to nobody because you're not specialized enough where the hiring managers will look at your portfolio and you as a candidate and be like, oh, they have what we need and what we're missing for the department. Or they can come in and then they can make an impact right away because you look at the project and that's exactly the project. It uses the data that we need and it's inside the specific healthcare niche or the data industry that you're trying to go into. So when you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to nobody. And that's why these generic portfolios, these generic resumes, just when you mass spam everybody, you're not going to get through. What is working and what a lot of people aren't doing yet is they aren't creating custom projects for the specific niche that they're going to. And a lot of people aren't just making that positioning, they're choosing not to niche down. The other thing that's working is when I start working with people, one of the things that I first notice is that a lot of people just don't do the job market research. They have no idea what healthcare jobs and what healthcare companies are out there because there's a bunch. Because I'll ask them and then they'll just be like, "Oh, I don't know." So then that's like the first thing that we'll work with, that is identify all the different healthcare companies inside your area, that where you can move to, where you're willing to move to, who are they, what niche of healthcare are they in, what's the best opportunity and the most companies that you can apply to in this specific niche, or where is your skill set and experience best suited and what do you have the most interest in. Then you pick that, and it doesn't mean you ignore the other healthcare companies. You're just going to pick this specifically, and then you're going to build your whole package and positioning around this healthcare niche. And I honestly thought that you would need to have a deeper portfolio. You would have to have like 3 projects deep, and then you'd have to go intensely deep into one of those projects. But recently, the lab member who just made it through was able to just specialize in one project and then just make it more catered towards the business, talking to stakeholders, and that was able to get him a job. He already had the technical skill set, he already had a broad portfolio, but then with that specialized project and his skills and being able to interview well, and then him just brushing up on what he was missing and what he thought he was lacking, and then use AI to help him with the interview. Literally just use Claude and then have Claude interview him and then get feedback. That helped him get a job. But it's nice to know that just a really good project, which I've seen in the past too, when I think about some of the people that have been hired and throughout my own journey of just being on the hiring side, just one really good project plus the experience and you being great at interviewing can get you a job as long as you can get into the interview. And that's what a lot of people are missing. They just can't get into the interview because they don't have the project. They're not putting out the work. They're not trying to network. They're not. And sometimes it is luck, but you need to keep putting yourself out there. So your luck meets preparation. So you have those opportunities that you can create for yourself because you constantly are putting the work out there. And the other thing is just using AI as the tutor to shore up all your weaknesses as a candidate. So when you look at these job interviews, you're like, okay, what am I missing? What is the hiring manager and the technical leads and the people I interview with, what are they going to think as a weakness? Now you can use AI to teach you and be a mentor and not just give you the answers, but actively learn. And if you want accountability and personalized access where you can ask me questions directly, get my feedback on your portfolio, your resume, your interview prep, that's what the Healthcare Analyst Lab is for. I first became a data analyst over 15 years ago. I've sat on hiring panels, I've given technical interviews. So that's the perspective that you're going to be getting. Nothing else at this price is going to get you direct feedback from someone who's been on the hiring side. There's also a 7-day free trial. So link is in the description below. Check it out. Love to see you guys inside there. We're trying to make this into the best data analysts in data analytics community out there. So query responsibly, and I'll see you in the next video. Check out this video. Actually, I'm gonna show you. I'll link the Busted Groove dance video and see if you can find me.